What's up? My name is Dr. Walkie Talkie. I am the last hope of the common man. And of course, you're welcome to Bush Radio with your doctor. So me they say a patient dog in the fattest bone. Now lie. A patient dog goes to die for this country. It don't die. Yes now. And I don't know this woman. When they tried this yesterday, Betta Edu. Now a woman they thief for first time when they don't give woman an opportunity. See Desiani, you know how much that woman thief. This one now. Wait to how they wanted to nominate women again. I wanna try now, and I do man you to 37 years old. See how much when she move. Now EFCC don't finally arrest her. And now the renew hope now don't make sense. Renewed hope, it don't make sense now. Yes now, our president it don't they try. President Tinubu, not be like that former President Buhari. That one no matter what they talk, that one get eardrum problem. You know the year word, you know the year person. No matter what they talk, you know go ever answer. We say elephant thief money, monkey thief money, snake follow money, the guy no answer. He no talk, you know yeah. Yes, when he go buy toothpick. They pick it, they pick it. The country they catch fire. Always picking his teeth. Now that I don't man don't talk with it in my mind. Anyway, they don't finally catch a Betta Edu. I don't talk before the election self. I said this election go tough. Oh, this one Peter Obi don't involve. I don't talk him now. I say anybody when win must walk. Anybody when win, he must walk. Now we there so. See him now. He never reached 9 months. They don't catch thief. Big thief for that matter. Anyway, when I watch the video, when I see him now. What it belong to poor and vulnerable? Because I'm one of the poor and vulnerable. My name is vulnerable. What it belong to us? This man say God forbid. Say poor no fit get out. Somebody person is supposed to alleviate poverty. It is sink people more deeper inside poverty. Anyway.
Well, let's begin what's trending. With reactions trailing the leaked memo from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs instructing the Accountant General of the Federation to transfer the sum of 585 million naira from the National Social Investment Program bank account to the bank account of a private individual. The memo, which was signed by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Betta Edu, was titled Mandate for Payment of Grant for Vulnerable Groups in Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Lagos, and Ogun states, respectively. In a statement on Friday, January 5th, the minister's aide claimed that the transfer followed due process and that the private account belonged to Bridget Mojisola, the project accountant for the Grants for Vulnerable Groups scheme, adding that it is legal in the civil service for a project accountant to receive payments, use funds legally, and retire all receipts as evidence of the project. Well, the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Madeyin, however, denied approving the minister's request, stating that no bulk money is supposed to be made to an individual's account in the name of project accountant, eliciting varied reactions on social media. Let's take this tweet from Omotaya, who posted a video of the minister when she assured Nigerians of transparency within her ministry. This is the tweet. Well, he wrote, Betta Edu assured Nigerians that the money will be transferred directly from CBN to beneficiaries. However, she took a U-turn, transferring more than 500 million naira to a single private account. Oniyelu Bridget Mojisola. Let's take a look at that video before we take more reactions.
What we can assure Nigerians is the fact that this is a very transparent system that is traceable from the CBN account directly to the account of the beneficiaries. For Nigerians who do not have accounts and do not have the NIN, we are actually working to open accounts and money wallets for all of these persons so that they can have their money sent directly to them. We would equally be pasting out the lists of beneficiaries at the different communities, which would carry the vulnerable pensioners, the vulnerable veterans, and the wives of fallen heroes, as well as other areas of concern where they were not fully captured.
All right, this is what we're asking for, transparency, and she did promise. This was back in October. Actually, this event was during that conditional transfer for 15 million vulnerable households. You would recall, even just, during the Buhari administration, there was also, this hula baloo, could I call it, at this point, saying that we have to use electronic transfer at this point. But I don't understand what happened here and where, Betta Edu dropped the ball, because it is easy. She has said it, that she was going to go through the CBN and it was going to be transparent. But, they've called for an investigation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done the right thing to call for a probe at this point. But, people are saying, what sort of investigation? I mean, this is simple and clear. I believe you even read out, some policies at this point. Let me take some more tweets. This is from Chooks, who wrote, Betta should step aside while the government launch a full-scale investigation into the sleaze going on in that ministry. I have said this before. Social intervention under any guise in Nigeria is a scam. A large chunk of the appropriated funds are always stolen. Well, Daniel Rega wrote, Betta Edu is still a sitting minister despite ongoing investigation into the allegations. But Halima Shehu was quickly suspended over allegations. What a government. This reeks of double standard. Well, let me just give you a summary of this Halima story, which Omotaya detailed with the hashtag BettaGate. He wrote, 1. President Bola Tinubu, a few days ago, announced the suspension of one Halima Shehu, the CEO of National Social Investment Program, an agency under the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation for financial misconduct. 2. Efcc operatives subsequently arrested Halima Shehu. During interrogation, it was discovered that she moved a whopping 40 billion naira belonging to NSIPA to personal and corporate bank accounts linked to her. 3. Halima Shehu also informed operatives that she moved the 40 billion naira to private accounts linked to her because Dr. Betta Edu, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, was transferring monies from the NSIPA account to personal accounts. She reportedly alleged that over 3 billion naira has been moved so far by Betta, and her action was taken to block her from accessing the 40 billion naira. Well, while that conversation was ongoing, a memo written by Betta Edu to the Accountant General of the Federation seeking authorization of payment of 585 million naira to the personal account of Oninyelu Bridget for GVG program in Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Lagos, and Ogun State surface. By the way, Rufai, we've got some, information that this Bridget is still untraceable. We're still waiting to find out who this Bridget is at this point.
They are going to trace anybody traceable. The Bridget can remain untraceable. Yes. This is a real national matter. And please, I would like to, call for a forensic audit across all the ministries and people that might be involved in the matter. We would like to call for a forensic audit, 1. Number 2, we would like to see a quickened investigation.
Before you talk, because so that we can put everything together, let me take a conversation that has been circulating. In the meantime, the minister is said to have approved funds for flight tickets and airport taxes for the ministry staff to Kogi, a state with no commercial airport. The approval was contained in another leaked internal memo dated November 6, 2023. The memo was titled The Disbursement under the 2023 Grant for Vulnerable Groups Program in Kogi State 2023, signed by Betta Edu. In the memo, the sum of over 72 million naira was appropriated for the minister's advance team to travel by air for an event in Kogi. Each of the minister's advance team members, including aides, received the sum of 200,000 naira for flight tickets, 20,000 naira for airport taxi and local running expenses. The sum of 300,000 naira was earmarked for the minister's air ticket. I mean, Rufai, I know that you earlier said that there is no, airport in Kogi. No, there are 2 airports, but they are not commercial airports. You cannot land in Kogi State with a commercial flight. So we need more details as to what airline took them to that particular event. 72 million naira is a lot of money. So that's why we say a forensic audit should suffice. A very holistic forensic audit. I think the audit should go back to any,
disbursement made since Betta got into the office. Any memo signed, all of them should be scanned through. And it should be double scrutinized as we speak. And also the auxiliary companies that disbursements were made to should also be vetted. Because I'm seeing many stories, although not verified, of some key companies that monies and disbursements were made to. Holistically going forward, I do not know why President Buhari set up this humanitarian ministry. In my own opinion, I believe it should be scrapped.
A lot of people are advocating for that. Yeah.
It's always a funnel pipe for corruption. And we could have run this independent of any ministry. Once you set a bureaucratic framework in place, then you open the doors to huge corruption. So going forward, I think an impact assessment should be done on the humanitarian ministry.
Absolutely.
And probably scrapped. Nigeria does not need things like this at this point in time.
Yes.
Anyway, it's not today we'll be doing humanitarian interventions, and we didn't need a ministry for it. So whoever put that idea in President Buhari's head definitely didn't do a good one. Absolutely. It should be scrapped. We thought it was going to help people, but apparently, look at the charade. So early in this government, it stinks. Yeah. The corruption in Tinubu's government, allegations of corruption stinks. In the space of how many days? We're talking about the NCIPA, those allegations. Also now we're having this allegation. It stinks and it's a blight on this administration. And they should wash themselves off of this excreta of corruption allegation. They are stinking of the excreta of this.
First, it was Halima Shehu. Yeah. Now we are seeing Betta Edu. I mean, we had from the same ministry. They had the pioneer of that ministry also is under investigation. We're seeing these women, go through these horrible. She is supposed to be facing EFCC today. Well, let me take Betta's tweet, which she talked about integrity and trying to defend herself. She said, integrity, accountability are our watchword. Under my watch, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, no one will embezzle government funds as before. The plans to tarnish the image of this administration, my person or the ministry will amount to nothing. Better, we are holding you to that word. I really want to know if this is fake document, fake memo. That's the only thing that would make it all right. Because at this point, these investigations are already
that's the only thing that would make sense of this. In fact, lawyer Femi Falana has said that just that memo in itself, it did not implicate her to be investigated or perhaps invited in by the EFCC or security operatives, because that memo is a demonstration of an attempt to commit felony. So even without committing felony, it's an attempt to commit based on extant laws on whether money or not should be paid into private accounts. Unfortunately, I don't see how Dr. Betta Edu is going to get herself out of this mess. And I agree totally with that tweet that the same treatment meted out to Halima Shehu in the spirit of fairness and equity should be meted out to Dr. Edu. So whilst she's being investigated, suspension immediately. If the Tinubu administration wants to demonstrate their commitment to anti-corruption and that they take a tough stance against things like this, we should have woken up this morning with an announcement that Dr. Betta Edu has been suspended, pending investigation. This will send a strong signal, not just to Nigerians that we're serious about fighting corruption, but other MDAs. Do you know that memo and the statement by the AGF demonstrates that's Accountant General of the Federation, that this perhaps might be happening in other ministries. Absolutely. And Rufai, even though I get you in terms of scrapping this ministry, to be fair, I think we need a ministry such as this because of the peculiarity of what we're facing in Nigeria. Unfortunately, just like the NDDC and other agencies like that, it has become a funnel for just monies that magically disappear or come under spurious claims and projects where we cannot trace monies. You're saying that it is okay, and thank you for bringing that video out where she assured Nigerians that under her own tenure, in the spirit of transparency, the monies will go directly to the beneficiaries. What happened to that plan? What is her excuse for not transferring the monies directly? Then one final thing, a question for the Accountant General of the Federation. Yes, she mentioned that in trying to extricate herself from this mess, that she did her due diligence. She did not approve that money is being spent, what did she do afterwards? Why didn't she blow a whistle? Why didn't she raise...
Well, I'm hoping that she didn't think Betta Edu was going to go forward with it, because it's not...
The fact that she advised her. So I would like to know what happened there, because during that investigation, she must also be questioned. And she did the right thing. But I'm saying that beyond doing the right thing, the state of things in this country means that you must also be willing to, in order to absolve yourself from any kind of blame, also make sure there's a whistle being blown. And then President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigerians are watching. The international community is watching. What are you going to do about this situation? I am hoping that before the end of today, we'll have an announcement that the minister, not because we have anything personal against her, but because we want to fight for the soul of this nation, and corruption must be a thing of the past, has been asked to step aside pending investigation, and whatever the outcome is, if found culpable, she must be made to pay the full. I mean, we cannot say that everybody is doing it, so let us leave. No, that narrative is gone, and so I hope that they will do something very decisive about this matter.
Absolutely. The saga continues.